Hey, what's going on YouTube? In this video, we're gonna see if we can replace the torn up awning on our camper trailer. Coming up. So hopefully you can see along the edge here, when it is rolled up, it's exposed to the sun, and you can see that it is pretty torn up. So on top of my slide topper, it's got this aluminum frame that goes along the top. So when it's rolled up, the aluminum's actually what's exposed to the sun and not the vinyl itself. I would have loved to get something like that for the awning up front, but I couldn't really find them, and the ones that I may or may not have found were pretty expensive. I'm not sure if they were actually the legit ones that I could have ordered, but the ones that I did find looked like they were going to be pretty expensive. So what I did is I just got some protectant that will be able to snap on the outside of it when it's rolled up. That was far less expensive. And here's the bottom side of it. You can see how thin it's getting. Definitely not waterproof. Serves the purpose for shade, at least for now. But we're going to go ahead and change that out. So I made the decision to do it while we were camping because the trailer is pulled out. Where I keep it at home, it's right up next to a wall where I wouldn't be able to extend the awning. So that was going to be an issue. So I figured it would just be easier to do it out here. I may be wrong about that because it looks like we got to drill out some rivets and then re-rivet it. Fingers crossed. Okay, so what I think we're going to do is remove this whole tube and we'll be able to just drape that down. Looks like it's held on with 2 bolts. There's a bolt on the bottom side here on this side and then one on the other side. Luckily, since mine is powered, it just unplugs here, so that is not, it shouldn't be an issue. But I think the end cap on the other side is what we're going to remove since we have wires going in this side. It's probably going to be easier to remove the other side. Now the end cap is blocking these channels right here, which is what the awning has to slide through. And that's why we're gonna have to drill out these rivets and put new ones in. Let's go for it. We're committed now. I need a helper.
Oh, okay, rim shot. We can't do this.
Now we'll see how the rest of this goes. And I think I used the drill bit that I needed to drill the rivets to hold that.
Plenty of rivets out there. All I hear is rivet, rivet, rivet.
Not bad. I'll give you credit for that one. That was actually outstanding. Since the other end is spring loaded, it'd be better to take out the motorized end. That way I don't have to mess with the spring or rewinding it.
As long as they're not too heavy.
You good at holding it for a few minutes while I go put on some shorts?
No. I'm sitting here with my jacket half off. Like, no.
Okay, so I want to keep an eye on these two tracks here because we'll put it in the same spot. So these top two right here. Huh?
You have a marker?
What kind of a person would have a marker?
A smart one. You have everything, all the fucking tools in the world, but you have no marker.
I do not have all the tools in the world with us. All right, since we didn't put the cords down behind here like you're kind of supposed to, I'm gonna end up putting set screws in here to keep it from shifting back and forth. Well, that's not where I want it to break.
Tries.
Glad I was wearing glasses. That just went right into my face.
Chip out your eyes. Your eyes.
All right, moment of truth. It's definitely wrinkling.
I was gonna say.
All right, so we got it all replaced. I do have to put some set screws in it. Typically, you would take the cords and drape them on the inside of those end caps. The cords seem to be thicker than the ones that were there, so I couldn't actually put those in there and then get the end caps on. So I'm just gonna use the set screw method. You do either one. Same thing with up there. I'll probably end up putting some set screws in there, or I might be lazy and not. If I have problems, then I'll put them in there then. I don't have any set screws with me out here camping, so that's why I'm not doing it now. Difficulty level, I'd probably say it's medium. It wasn't that difficult once I figured it out. I just tried to jump into it and figured it out as I went, but that didn't go so good. I quickly found out that that end was under tension. So I looked it up, and Ray from Love Your RV helped me out with his video. So I just ended up using a drill bit as a pin to keep that under tension so it didn't unwind. And I did everything from the motor end. So I took that end off, slid it off that way, and slid it back on that way. I just didn't want to mess with the spring tension on that end and having to rewind it or anything like that. I'm kind of limited. I only brought tools that I thought I might need. Don't have all the tools that I would have access to at home. So, but we got it done, and pretty happy with it. Bought it off from Amazon if you're curious. I'll put a link in the description. They have a whole bunch of different sizes, different colors. I went with a brown that fades to white, and I'll edit in a clip from home where I put the covers on. I didn't bring them with me to show you, but they just snap on over the awning to protect it at home. It's not something that it's like automatic. You have to put it on and take it off when you want to use it. This is what we got to try and protect the awning while it's sitting and hopefully allow it to last longer. There are 4 different pieces here, and they're just gonna wrap around the awning. All right, so for mine, it's 12 feet long. It only took 3 of them to cover it. I think that this would obviously cover like a 16-foot awning without an issue. They just snap on. They are likely not going to be able to hang on while driving. They don't claim to. They do come with some clips so that you can slide those on the end of the plastic and hook them to the fabric itself to try and hold it on. I wouldn't recommend it while driving, but maybe it'll hold it on in maybe some light winds or something like that. They're just supposed to snap on there. You rotate them up to the top so they can cover the top edge and hopefully protect it and keep it from deteriorating a little bit longer. Now, while this wasn't too difficult, it is going to be a whole lot easier if you have at least one extra set of hands, maybe two. This may not be a do-it-yourself project. Could you do it yourself? Probably, but again, at least one extra set of hands is going to make it a whole lot easier. So I think that does it for this video. We're going to wrap that up right here. And until the next project, we'll catch you then. See ya.